Welcome back, everybody. This is Glockman4519. I am back with another ROM review. This one here is Vanilla Unicorn. It has been a while since I did my last video review of Vanilla Unicorn. This is one of those ROMs that I kind of like quite a bit. It is, um, it's hard to explain this one. Vanilla Unicorn tries to stick basically um, close to as stock as they can get, but with all the features. Well, it's just hard to explain. It's a very good ROM. I love it. And what's nice is this video is going to kill two birds with one stone because there is a build out for both the Nexus 6 and the One Plus One, and they are almost identical to each other. Very minor differences between the two, and I have run them both. I have it loaded on my One Plus One, and I was running it on that, and as well as on this. I wanted to see how they were working, and I'm having no problems at all. So the latest update to this ROM is functioning flawlessly. Um, let's go ahead and go down and look at this. This one here is for the Nexus 6 Android version 6.0.1. This is the Vanilla Unicorn, and it's the 5.11 build. That would be May 11th build. Trying to see if they have the uh, security updates posted here, or if not. Anyways, pretty much everything is up to date on this. And again, like I said, it is running very well. Um, I am running. I'm going to go back and let you guys see. I am running um, Blackbird kernel with this, only because from what I read, at least for the first couple posts on the first page of the thread, that they use the stock CM kernel, and I don't want basically I don't want to get encrypted because I am decrypted, so I just flashed a custom kernel. If you guys are not worried about that, I would definitely just stick with the stock or with the supplied kernel. That's the best way to go with any ROM, unless you know what you're doing and you know about custom kernels and what they do, what features you're going to get out of it and what you're not. I would just stick with the kernel that's supplied with the ROM. Here are your developer options. You run down the list, you can see you have your take bug report. Your advanced reboot is going to be there. Those are the ones that I look for. Of course, make sure your OEM is unlocked. Root access. This is the built-in root, basically CM's root. You want to have either apps or apps and ADB enabled on that. Then we have the debugging. You guys can go through and pick whatever you want on that. That is where you'll do that. Then now you have your networking settings, and then your input, and then drawing underneath that, and that's where you're going to find your multi-window mode. And if we scale or scroll, not scale, down to the bottom, you're going to find your kill app back button. We're going to go ahead and let's see here. These are your privacy settings. Since this is more like a CM CyanogenMod ROM, and I'm not saying it's based on CyanogenMod, but it's got a lot of CyanogenMod CM features in it, like the privacy settings. It's got the privacy guard, the block caller list, your CyanogenMod statistics, protected apps. These are the things you only find usually in a CyanogenMod ROM. And I know a lot of people question me about that in some of the ROMs when I do videos on them, reviews. Wanting to know about the privacy settings and where they're at, and so this is where you're going to go. It's just going to be called privacy. There it is. If we scroll on up, here are your status bar settings. Um, Here's where you can pick and choose what you want to show on your status bar. Then, of course, you have your clock. You can pick your clock style. You have your AM, PM, your date, and your date style, your date format. You can put a carrier label on if you want. Then they have that you can pick it as you want: disabled, key guard carrier, status bar carrier, or just enabled. That would be both the lock screen and the status bar. And they even let you color it. That's awesome. Let's see. Battery status. Right now I have it hidden. You guys can put whatever you want on there, and this does also have a battery bar, which I just love. Right now I am going to hide that. Um, let's see here. You have your battery percentage. Of course, that only works if you have an icon showing. And then, of course, you have your brightness control, your vanilla unicorn shield. If you want to show that, and you guys know me, if a custom ROM is going to put a logo up, I am going to run it. I just think I think that's a really cool feature. Then, of course, you can show your Super Sue if you want to have that feature. Just click that on. Then, of course, show notification count, quick pull down, and your network traffic. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what all to hit. Security. Definitely, we'll go through this. You can encrypt your phone. Make passwords visible. All that is there. Your device administrator. Make sure to tick that the unknown sources, you want that on. That way, if you're going to sideload or install any apps from your internal storage or even download it from the internet or wherever, in order to install that app, you're going to want to have the unknown sources turned on. Then you have your credential storage underneath that. Install from storage and SE Linux changer. Right now it is in permissive, but this is the changer right here. Then, of course, you have your screen pinning all the way at the bottom. By the way, the theme I'm using, and I know I'm going to forget the name of it. The theme I'm using, since I'm here, I'm just going to show you, at least for the most part, it's Nova. I'm using the icon, status bar, and the style. Now, for the nav bar, I am using Vibrance. Okay, where were we here? Security. Next up would be your buttons. This is going to be your navbar buttons. Also, your power button and your volume buttons should be in here. You can change the button layout. That is where you would do that. Hit the edit. Physically move the buttons where you want it. Then hit save. I'm going to put them back. Hit save. Let's see. And here are your dimensions. Your recent long press. I have it set up for last app right now. Actually, that's what it's set at. Here, power menu. These are what you can turn on or off on your power menu. I'd like to see a couple more features here, but I get it. It's vanilla unicorn, so screen record would be nice here. They do give you at least the screenshot option, but again, I would like to have screen record on that. That would be really cool. Then, of course, you have your end call by hitting the power button. Of course, your camera button, your camera control by hitting the power button twice. Then, of course, our volume controls. Whether if you guys like to listen to music and that, here's where you're going to be changing all that up at. Next up would be your lock screen settings. Not a lot to choose from. But again, remember, guys, this is vanilla. So if you ever flash a ROM that says vanilla Android, you're basically getting a stock, slightly customized ROM. This is Dirty Unicorns, but mostly stock. And that's why it's called Vanilla Unicorn. They will, think about putting features in if the features are, very well thought out, something that's really needed, and it's got to work 100%. If it's got any kind of bugs, twitches or anything, there's no way it's going to get it in. There's no way it will make it into the ROM. Just telling you right now. Let's see. We are up to notifications. Of course, this is going to be your heads up, do not disturb. You know, that this is where you're going to set all of those up. Filter notifications. Let's see, display and lights. You got your brightness level, adaptive brightness. Here's your rotations. You guys can set that up to for rotations any way you want it. Double tap to wake, double tap to sleep. I don't like that feature. Sleep. These are the settings for that. Of course, you have your cast settings, your ambient display, um, and then of course your advanced doze options. These are the options for that. This is basically your ambient display. You can set it up however you like it to work. Now we have our wallpapers, expanded desktop, LCD density. I'll tell you something that I would really like to see, um, that most custom ROMs don't do anymore, and that is include some custom wallpapers. Um, it just seems like a lot of ROMs don't do it. We have a couple out there, such as this, that actually give you wallpapers to choose from. This, to me, is what makes a ROM. Yeah, features are cool to have, but when you can go into your ROM and pick custom wallpapers out, that's just cool. I just think it is. So I want to thank the developer for that. That's kick butt. Actually, I think we're going to. I want to change my wallpaper up. Let's go back with this one here. I kind of like that. Let's see. How do we set that? Oh, okay. That was easy enough. And then let's see. After wallpapers, then you have your expanded desktop, your LCD density. Guys, don't mess with this unless you know what you're doing. Make a backup first. Okay, you can really screw up your screen if you throw some oddball number in there. It could get to the point where you have icons not even showing on your screen anymore. So just think about it before you do it. Make a backup. Then, of course, you have your show search bar and recents. I like the inclusion of the memory bar and recents. Uh, and then if you want to set up your notification display for your lights, this is where you're going to be to do that. Of course, this is the battery. Your lights are right here, and this is how I have mine set up. Last up is going to be sound settings, ringtone, notification, increase your ring volume, launch music app, other sounds, and of course your vibration settings underneath that. And that would be it. That's going to be it for this ROM. Um, Again, this is Vanilla Unicorn, and it is exactly what it means. Vanilla Unicorn means it is a very light or lightly customized ROM that's just barely more than stock. Um, and what makes it nice, I know a lot of people like custom features, like myself. I'm a nut for custom features. Um, but you usually end up with some bugs here and there. As good as the all out custom ROMs are, they do come with some bugs that you have to live with. And we do, if we want those features, we live with them. But when you have a ROM like this that comes with very few features, and those features have been tested over and over and over, what you end up with is usually a pretty solid ROM. So I'll let you guys decide what how you want to go with that. Whether to go super high custom and a couple buggy features here or there, or go with this. I definitely recommend that you try it. At least give it a try before you judge it. I'd give it a couple days on your phone. Let it settle in. You may just end up liking it quite a bit. Oh, guys, if you liked the video review, give it a thumbs up. Um, and I wish I'd have been more enthusiastic through this review. I've had a long day at work, but I did want to get this out there. I wanted you guys to see this. It's pretty cool. So again, if you liked the video, thumbs up. I want to thank all of my subscribers, and I will see you on the next one.